Right, ladies and gents, we're back. We know you've been enjoying the F81 build, but now it's onto a real man's car, the Golf R32 Estate. After 3 weeks of buying the wrong flanges constantly, Stokes rang TPS, we got one straight away. So I've dropped it on the top radiator. Yeah, we've never run this car up to temperature. Not that, I mean, it's always started pretty well, other than when we blew the booster pack up, but it's, it does need running up to temp, just to see if everything's okay on it. We've now got a full leather interior as well, although me and Dave have been scheming behind the scenes.
But I don't know why we're even showing them this, because it's the 4th interior and we're not using any of them.
Oh, we'll use this one for now.
We literally, what we're going to do, Jack, we're going to use the original interior, aren't we?
Well, if Stokes lets us, we might use the original interior, but we'll explain that when we
all I'm going to say is, I told you from the off, don't worry about interior, and we'll sort it at the end.
We had nowhere to sit. So good news, got it up to temperature, and it's looking good, running nice and quietly. There is a thing, what is it, like a vacuum actuator or something that controls the, is it like the airflow in the inlet?
Yes, it opens some valves up in there.
That's broken, so when we first started it was running really lumpy. Stokes like manually moved it and it started running nicely, didn't it? So that's good. My heaters have just started heating up as well, which they weren't before for some reason, but that's good.
Is your bum heating up?
It is actually. It is nice and warm.
So the heat seats are working?
Heat seats are working. Everything seems to be okay.
But
yeah, so obviously you've got loads of lights. There's a steering light. I don't know why that's on. Obviously there's no front end.
Got a coolant light now.
Yeah, that's literally only just happened, so I don't know what's going on there.
I have to check the coolant light. We might have read it out.
That's what you do, isn't it, when you got low coolant. One thing we do want to check, as far as we're aware, all the airbags are now plugged in and attached to the seats, the curtains, everything. We've still got an airbag light. Remember, this car had been, the donor car anyway, had been in an accident.
Yeah, so there could be some crash damage in the ECU.
So I'm not sure.
Jack, what if you have to replace the ECU?
Which one, that one there?
Yeah. What if you have to take it out to have it de-crashed?
I'd be very upset. Oh, it's Dave's favourite channel as well.
Oh, I can't play that up. Mozart, innit?
It's public domain, so it's alright.
Okay.
It's been dead for 100 years.
Who's that? Public domain? Sounds like a grime artist.
Do you think you're public enemy?
Did we get up to temp?
Yeah,
all good?
We've got that much up to temp, the water light, come on.
At least, if me and Jack do what we want to do, it'd look nice.
Oh, diag, yeah. Reading the radio. Got any codes in that? Yeah, it's got 7 in the radio. How can you have a fault? You've rolled the speakers in left and right, wrong way around, haven't you? We have got a fault
on everything in the car. Oh, except for the immobiliser.
Yeah, so we've got a fault in literally. If the thing's plugged in.
No, I mean, what can the fault be in the rear doors? Because there wasn't anyone.
So considering we've got a fault in every single possible ECU and module on this car.
I don't even know how some of them have got faults in them.
And it's not as if it's got one, it's got like 12.
How has the radio got 7 faults? What does that even mean? Oh, we're deleting the radio. That's the end of that then.
It's the end of the R32, it's gone to its new owner, and we got a hefty sum of £61.
Ah, bargain.
Bargain. But, bonus, we had a lot of trims and pieces what I think we didn't need. Hopefully, left over. So, instead of paying to put them in a skip, we technically put them in
a big skip.
A big skip.
And got paid for it.
And got paid for it. TPS, yes, we've just, on the way over, we gave them a call because we're having, not difficulties, it's just R32 front bumpers fetch a pretty penny now.
Especially if they're in good condition.
Yeah, and the other thing is finding one in good condition, and that's the problem we're having. You can get a pretty racked off one They vary from, you may drop on lucky like Jack nearly did for 250 quid, but they're ranging around the £500 mark,
Yeah,
aren't
I'd
they?
say so, yeah.
And they still need, they're not in the colour, need painting and guarantee stuff will be
All the
damaged.
ones I've ever seen need repairing as well.
Yeah.
It's not like you're getting a mint one or it just needs painting. You still got to repair it. So
Yeah.
you are going to spend a bit more money doing that.
And the bumper, people might think, oh yeah, it's just a chrome bit at the front. You had one before when you had it with the Golf Estate. No, the bumper's completely different. It is the grille section. It sticks out further, and that's like brushed chrome. And the actual bumper is shaped differently, very differently in some parts. Which we want to get that effect on. We're building an R32 Estate. It's got to have an R32 front bumper. A Golf GTI bumper, completely different. So. Rang TPS, the bumper skin, so just the shell of the bumper basically without the grille, is about 400-ish
Just
quid.
under 400 quid. That was without VAT, but that was also without a discount as well. So
Yeah.
we don't the exact price, but it's around 400, we think.
And then
we asked him how much all the other parts were. Some were discontinued, so you can't get them anyway.
Yeah.
But just the front grille, the brushed chrome thing, with no badges,
nothing.
just completely bare. That was £800 on its own.
£800. Because like I said, the finish on that is, it'd come obviously pre-finished. You don't have to paint it. It is brushed chrome.
Yeah.
So it is a real nice finish. And the badge, what goes in the centre, is not your normal VW badge. It's a badge with then an outer piece, which is discontinued.
Yeah, and he said that was, even if you could get one, that was like £80 just for that.
Yeah.
Then the R32 badge, I'm not sure if he's mentioned about that. That was, I think they're at 50
About
quid from what
50
I've
quid.
seen. Then all the grills and everything. He said you're looking at nearly £2,000.
£2,000 on a front.
For a
If you can get all the bits, which you can't, you get most of it from TPS. You're looking at £2,000. But we found a grill with a badge, okay condition on Facebook. It's up for 100 quid. So we're just trying to work out, shall we do this bumper in pieces? Try and get a complete one? We don't know, because we could buy that bumper from TPS, and obviously we've still got to paint it. I think we're going to have a bumper painted regardless. Even if we get it in the black, it's probably not going to be the right shade, is it?
It's
Or
going to be a different colour code.
and it's going to be scuffed or scratched.
So we're going to price everything up and see if it's worth doing it that way. But we've not got many options at the minute. So fingers crossed we can sort something out. Now, we've been busy behind the scenes and we've managed to find some of the bits we were struggling to find. What we found out since probably the last episode, maybe a little bit before, apparently these aren't a Golf.
They're not a
Did you know that? And
Did I not tell you this from the start?
I wish you did, because it would have saved me a lot of messing about. These are actually based on a Jetta. So that means for certain things, you have to get Jetta specific parts. We found out that the hardware with the door cards, they don't fit. Golf door cards don't fit this car, if you can believe it. Wing mirrors don't fit.
Why don't the wing mirrors and the door cards fit?
Because the doors in these are actually different to a Golf.
No.
You wouldn't think it, would you? But apparently, it must be very subtle, but they are different. I think in other countries, this is known as a Jetta Sport Wagon, not a Golf Estate.
You know what I'm going to say to you, Jack?
Same thing I said about the V6.
That, all lies. Just for the, is it for the UK, do you think? Just for the UK?
It must be. Obviously, looks-wise, they do look.
Jetta Sports Wagon sounds better, doesn't it?
Well, I'm sure you said to me as well, the wings are different, aren't they, on the Jettas?
Yes, so I read up that you can put obviously a Mark 5 front bumper on, but I think the wings, the bonnet may be the same, but you can't put Jetta wings on a Golf.
Yeah.
But that would make sense with your door theory,
Yeah.
because I think where it comes to the door, it's wrong.
Yeah. So, as you can see, we've got a set of lights.
They look damaged, man.
Yeah, in true car cartel fashion, we don't get something working and ready to go, do we? We get it the most convoluted way possible. So in the interim, between our last episode, we were struggling to find a front bumper, weren't we? So what we thought we was going to do, we rang up TPS and they said, yeah, we can still get the skins for the bumper. So
Well, they can get mainly everything,
yeah,
can't they?
there's a couple of bits that discontinued, but you can basically part one up from TPS. Before we'd even made a bad decision, we found a front grille, because we knew the front grille, the R32s were quite expensive to buy on its own.
£800.
Yeah. So we found one local to us, £80, so we'll get that.
80 that was,
80,
not 800.
yeah.
He took a zero off.
Yeah, so we thought we'll get that, and even if we don't use it, that's a decent price. You could probably sell it on for that or a bit more. When I was there picking it up though, I noticed this kid had a set of headlights on his garage floor. And I said, you know, are they for sale? He said, yeah, you know, he'd had a little bump in his car, so he'd changed his headlights. So you might notice these are a little bit scuffed up, and obviously that cap's missing. Well,
it's not missing, it's there, but it's fell off.
Anyway, I said, all right, how much do you want for him? He said, give me £10 a headlight. So he actually gave me 3, the other one's up in storage, but he gave me these 2 genuine ones, and he gave me a brand new, non-genuine Xenon headlight. I don't know why he did it. I'm not going to complain. Top lad. I went to give him some money, and he just said, no, have them. So he gave me 3 headlights. But obviously they need a bit of TLC.
As you do.
It's very common with these. Obviously the tabs break off. I've brought a new tab kit for both of them. Obviously that covers fell off.
And they're missing a few little Xenon bits.
So no ballast. For some reason, obviously people don't really split headlights unless they're completely damaged. I couldn't find a ballast in this country that was like a reasonable price. So I've accidentally ordered one from China. So that'll come. But what we've done off camera, we've tested both of these. I've moved the ballast off this one onto this one, put some bulbs in, igniters, everything's working.
So we've just got to put a tab kit on, haven't we?
All we're going to do, Stokes is going to get his little polishing machine out or whatever, and we're going to spruce up these, get some new tabs on them, and get 2 complete headlights.
So we've bought a grill, and we're going to build a bumper, aren't we, Jack?
So, bought a grill for 80 quid.
Yeah.
Got some headlights.
Yeah.
That's Brucey bonus number 1. What happens, I go and buy the grill.
Yeah.
Next day, what happens?
There's a bumper comes up.
A bumper comes up 5 minutes up the road from where we live.
Come on, let's have a look at it. And what colour is it, Jack? That looks like a black
So,
R32 front bumper.
complete R32 front bumper. Turns up, literally like I say, 5 minutes down from where we live. So we thought, why mess about building a bumper up?
How much did you pay for that? Was it £2,500?
No, so they wanted 500 for it. We offered 450. I think that's a good deal for a complete bumper, considering what these go for when they're... And it's got a few scuffs and scrapes, as you'd expect.
Minor.
The only thing it didn't have was where the little washer jet pops out. They didn't have the original one, so they give me a grey one, which is fine.
Yeah. It's all good on this side, isn't it?
There's a little bit of damage on this. But we can get that, so that's not a problem. Other than that, though, we've sort of half put it up against the car.
And we think we might be in luck.
Looks very, very similar, doesn't it, to the original colour? If it's not the same, it's very, very similar. So, our front end, essentially, is good to go, isn't it?
We're going to stick the other grill on top, like further up, so we're going to have like a big Rolls
So if anyone's
Royce
after
grill.
an R32 grill,
we've got loads.
So it's in good condition as well, isn't it, the other one as well?
And just flip it up a minute, because the other thing is, you know, if we did buy a bumper skin from TPS for 450 quid, you wouldn't get washer jets, you wouldn't get this plastic inner bit, you wouldn't get half
any of the grills, because this doesn't need painting, we don't think. I mean, that's saving us...
A couple hundred quid easy.
A couple of 100, 300 quid. So that is a Brucey bonus. We can put that on and drive down the street.
Right.
Quick thing, bought a bit more dye. We're going to give the headliner one more coat of that, and there's a couple of more trims that sit here and here. I don't know if this is common knowledge, but R32 and GTI side skirts don't fit the Estates because...
Let me tell you, it's a Jetta.
It's a Jetta. And what it is, this part of the door here, just literally this bit here, is different. On the Golfs, they more cut across like that. On the Jettas, they swoop down like that. That means when I tried to put the 3-door R32 side skirts on, they didn't fit. But I thought that was because they were 3-door skirts. I bought what I thought were 5-door skirts. They didn't fit. Found out it's a Jetta. Never heard of this. Have you ever heard of it before? A Jetta GLI?
I think they're American.
Yeah, so I don't even know if they did them in this
American
country.
market.
I've got to shout out Switch Happy. I think that's his name on Instagram, on eBay. He basically makes, I think he sells like parts, like kind of rare parts for Volkswagens.
He does like US spec boot lids and
Yeah,
stuff.
things like that. And I think then he replicates certain US stuff in fiberglass and stuff like that. Spoke to him, said, he's the only person I think you can get these off in the country.
Yeah.
So if I couldn't find these, I'd have to go to
Do you know why,
America.
Jack? Because no one does up a Golf Estate.
That is very true. The Jetta GLI has essentially R32.
That looks like an R30. It's got the same bit there.
Yeah, same bit down the other end.
And obviously then the upstandy bit.
But on the Jetta GLI, they're not colour coded. They're black. They're like
on the GTI, the Golf GTIs come with like a textured side skirt, where the R32, because it's the better
it's
one,
smooth and colour coded, isn't
colour coded.
it? So that fits perfectly.
Where the other one come across the door, doesn't it?
So you couldn't open your back doors basically.
But we're going to paint these, aren't we?
Yeah, so because they're kind of that sort of semi-rough textured finish.
It's like a plastic look finish.
I mean, they are fiberglass, but I think he's either coated them in resin or something like that, and it's...
Could it just feel plasticky on the out? Yeah, I don't know what it is.
But I've got to shout him out anyway, because like I say, he's the only person I think that even makes these.
How many pennies?
£140, I think it was.
That ain't bad, is
yeah,
it?
so I think we're good to go with them. We're going to paint them up.
Because we don't want to leave the textured plastic look, because that's what an R32 Estate wouldn't have that.
No.
So we get a chisel now and take that off, because we're going to keep buying stuff thinking
I'm
it's
thinking
gold
about
for
it, because it's...
And it's just throwing us, isn't it? We're going to attempt to paint these ourselves.
Light coats, please.
Yeah, I ain't got time for spraying. Well, I just ain't got time. You know when you just want to get something bolted on quick, you can't do that with paint. We've got 2 types of filler primer on, 2 colours. So, not off to the best of starts, are we? It's black, so what can go wrong?
Well, we'll see in a minute.
Everything, basically.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes.
You're picking out the flies in a minute. That cap, which is for the washer jet here, look, he looks mint on camera as well. And then the side skirts.
Looking glossy, aren't they?
Yes, mate. I've noticed a couple of little runs, but I can't find them now. I think they've buggered off again. Hopefully, if this dries like this, there's a few little, like, they call it in America, trash, got the trash in the paint, or whatever.
Well, I'll be honest,
Crap in the paint. Yeah, look at it.
This is why.
Green walls, water leaking down.
Got all the headlights together, got all the new brackets on, bulbs in. I've made up one good, fully working headlight for the time being, just so I can test it. And then we've even got that cap back on, which was a bit awkward. Hopefully it stays
it's a common
back on.
problem, isn't it?
Yeah, I've seen a few of them where, I don't know why, that cap seems to fall off, I don't know why. So I've got one good working one. As you know, with the other one, I'm waiting on the igniter, the ballast, and there's something missing that's a bit annoying from the main beam where it's like the retainer clip, isn't it? It's missing off that one, and I bet it's a nightmare to get hold of, isn't it?
We'll sort it though.
But if you look at there anyway,
ooh,
indicators, main beam, is that on?
You had it on, now you took it off.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So
it's bright, mate, on camera. It's proper.
blown the old camera out.
Nice colour that is.
Yeah, I went for I think originally they're 4200K, whatever. So they're a bit more of a yellowy colour standard. I've gone for 6000K because it looks a bit nicer, I think. So
bunny dazzlers they are.
So it's not fixing at the moment. I've got to fix that in. I'm going to fix the other one in for now because I don't think this ballast's going to turn up for a few weeks.
And we can try the bumper on then, can't
And then
we?
we can try the bumper on. Dyed this headline in about 3 times already, but it kept coming out weird. Every time it would dry, it goes splotchy and I don't know. So we thought we'd take the plunge one more time, get another tub of the dye, give it one more coat. Now it's a bit, I know it seems a bit cold with my breath, but it's a bit milder, and I've had this space heater on just to try and dry it out evenly. Because it was just going weird before, and I've got the old Estate trims out, which are obviously different from the R32 ones, and they look okay. Hopefully they dry good. But as soon as that dries tomorrow, I'm going to start fitting all the interior back in.
Get it all back together.
And the one last thing, this is something, we did want to kind of do it, bought some sound deadening, it's just literally to go over where we cut out in the car.
Just to tidy it up.
Yeah, tidy everything. We had something like that originally, but obviously it was slightly different shape. But it looked good.
Final bits.
It's just where, I think it's where it's sitting on this piece of cardboard. So that means basically we've got to get it in the car before I wreck it again. Because after the 5th coat, it's looking all right, isn't it? I've put a couple of the handles on, just like the R32. Obviously, it secures through the handles anyway, so I need them in. I'm going to pop this back in, and then once they're all dry as well,
yeah, you've given them another coat.
Yeah, they can all go back on. And we're going to have a semi complete interior, aren't we?
Semi.
And we'll see how it all
You're
looks.
saying semi,
Yeah.
look at the same. I'm happy with that. Like I said, there's a bit of crap if you're from the UK, or trash if you're from America, in the paint, but it's it looks alright. The only thing I did notice when I lifted it up, it's a bit bare here.
We're gonna have to get professional.
I don't know. It look. I'm not like. I think it looks alright. Let's see what it looks on the car, because we have noticed from. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but obviously this is brand new painted, but we're not too sure if this is the same paint code as our car. So obviously this cap is to our car paint code, and I think there's a couple of different blacks on these, but I have got enough paint to technically paint that front bumper if we're going to go that far. Let's get it on. Let's get the car cleaned. Let's fit all the side skirts and all them bits and bobs. Give it a good mop and polish and see where we're at then, aren't we? So R32, as everyone knows, an R32 has the twin exhaust, which we've got, but they're hidden back there because we need to extend them out. But you have this lovely back bumper with all the little bit, because if you've noticed on the side skirts and the front bumper, they have these key little kind of bulges, and it kind of relates all around the car. But the problem we've got with this, I mean, we've been looking just on images and sort of things, but Jack's picked this up so we can physically get it in the flesh. How can we kind of how can we budget into that, basically?
I don't have a clue, to be quite honest with you.
Because, like I was saying, on the R32, the lower valance with the two exhaust pipes, like, swoops down and stops, where this valance goes all the way around the bumper. So if you unclip that off,
you're going to miss a piece, aren't you, essentially?
Yeah, and then that bumper obviously it doesn't return back as far, and it's just going to be, if we do it,
Be a miracle.
Miracle, mate. Oh, seriously, it'd be a miracle. I don't know. I'm happy to have a go. I think before we start chopping everything up, because we can make it look like a dog's dinner before we've even started, is just measure everything out and see what would work. Because I think we could do it, but you'd have to piece in a piece where it's short, but obviously you've got to nick that from
something else, somewhere else.
Maybe be able to get it out of that bumper, I don't know, but
you obviously want to keep it looking
original, yeah. You don't want to like looking like a max power piece, do you?
No. And you want to piece in as little as possible, so you can keep like the majority in one piece, and then I don't know, it's going to be difficult.
Just take that valance off, bit of Velcro, just stick it on.
I mean, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? If it was that easy.
Just stick it on, Velcro, and put some chewing gum around it. You look right from your house. Should we get the front bumper on?
Get the front bumper on.
Yeah, and then we'll work on the back.
From the front.
Yeah.
So we've had the bumper on.
Yep.
We've had the bumper back off again.
We have.
Because, well, we got probably a little bit too excited, weren't we? Because there's quite a few damaged cables that we had on this.
Even though this car hasn't been in an accident, technically when you put a loom out of a car that's been in an accident.
Yeah. But luckily, our friend round the corner, he's got a Touran of the same era.
Yeah.
So it's got all the same plugs and everything on it for the things that are broken.
Well, he doesn't know, but we've been pinching all the bits off it.
He knows now.
He does know now.
But it's just really stupid bits that would have been a pain to get, if you know what I mean.
And he tells me any time I mention him, I have to mention his company, Van Lab.
Yeah.
So if you want any vans converted into campers,
He's the man.
he's the man. So we can still take bits off his car what he doesn't know about. Could I give him a shout out?
Well, I'm about to steal his brake pedal, so...
Oh, he's got no engine, so don't worry guys, he ain't driving it anywhere fast. It looks wicked. I ain't gonna lie. It's dirt. You remember this bonnet's all dirty at the minute, but it's got a face again, hasn't it? People were getting in the comments were saying, just put an edition 30 bumper on it, and that.
It's completely different.
It needs an R32
Yeah, it would
bumper.
have just been a GTI, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people go, I don't know what the difference is. You had a chrome one on the diesel, but literally just to quickly run through it all, that's all completely different. That grille's different. This grill is actually different, sticks further out. Where these all go, they're different. The side of the bumper down on the side where Jack's showing you down there is literally different. All this part's different. All it needs now, Jack, you know what it needs?
Them bad boys.
Yeah, these are side skirts, but then don't walk around the back because then it needs a back bumper. But
yeah, that's going to be some task on its own, but we're going to get 95% of it done up to the back bumper.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to ask an opinion as well now, because me and Stokes have been thinking about it.
To go with the front grille bit, that's like satin chrome. Should we get that satin chrome or just leave them black? Should we get them done black or get them satin chrome, that satin chrome? Or is that then too much satin chrome?
Yeah, we want to keep it subtle, but we just thought the roof bars might look quite nice to break it up a little bit.
On the nice Audis and high-end Audis, they put these satin chrome on them and they look quite smart. Or does it look smarter just
without?
black? Yeah,
let us know. Let us know what you think.
God, I keep forgetting it's got these. These are proper, you know what I mean? Proper jobs,
Got
aren't
me
they?
surfboard on top of there.
Roof tent.
Roof tent, yeah.
Get that straight on there.
Right, next morning. Look who's back. Did you miss him? Did you even know he was gone?
For all my fans, I'm back. For everyone else, I'm back.
He technically only wasn't in one episode, though. That was last week.
yeah.
I don't know if anyone's noticed, Dave's been away for 4 weeks.
And I don't know if
dreaming,
anybody
yeah.
noticed, but a lot of people say a lot gets done when I'm not around.
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave that comment there.
And your point is?
This hopefully should have gone off now. The, what was it? Tiger seal.
Tiger seal, yeah.
So
And the masking tape.
that's what's holding
Open the
it
door
on.
before you do that.
I think that's what's holding it on there.
Webby.
I've got a feeling that the masking tape's going to have ruined the paint job.
And Dave, do the back, mate.
Yeah, he's busy, mate, standing there.
I didn't want to start doing it unless you brought the paint off, because you'd have been like, fucking hell, Dave, you ruined everything.
No, I'm going to say that still.
Yeah, that ain't no good, mate.
Is he coming off?
You should have got 3 tubes and you could have used a bit more, do you know what I mean?
I thought I had loads with 2 tubes, you know what I mean?
I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying for that Tiger seal.
Hold on, can we at least say it
Oh,
looks
Dave,
okay?
sorry, Dave's not paying for the Tiger seal.
Stokes, he practiced on this one and didn't get it quite right. We won't give him too much of an headache. So I'm going to get off and go and get some Tiger seal, sort Stokes' mistake out, and Jack is going to get the interior finished.
Yep.
Right, let's go.
Sounds like a plan, mate. We're getting to the final bits of getting this interior in. We've got all the trims in. I don't know if you can see, it looks quite nice to be fair from a distance. We've got all the trims in, all the A and B and C pillars.
Looks good from my end.
Yeah, no, yeah. But anyway, the main problem we have obviously is the estate, from the R32 to the estate, is that this has got all the battery feed and everything like that in the boot. So we're going to have to now, I think, cut some holes into the other side of this thing.
We've said we're going to kind of come down in this corner.
Yeah.
And
feed it
come
through
there, aren't we?
And then obviously on this one as well, you've also got this like little frame thing that sits in there.
I'm gonna have to kind of.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to drill some holes through that as well. But I don't think it should
It
be
needs a
too
new
bad.
one anyway, so if we mess it up.
Everything's just a little bit broken in it. But fingers crossed, if we can get all that through, that's be the full interior in as it was when we first took it apart. So OEM, that's what we're after, isn't it? The OEM look.
EM baby.
That tag on the back of your jacket to get the wind direction, wind speed.
Keep me on the ground.
This is the definition of polishing a turd. Now, honestly, from this angle, it looks good.
Let me see your angle.
I just wish it had a little bit of wheel turn.
Right, completed. Another project done, is that what it is?
No, it's not, mate.
Okay, right, we're stepping closer and closer, aren't we? It's actually a complete car again. I'm impressed with it, I love the way it looks, to be
No,
honest.
it looks really good. I mean, I don't know if we've had a little walk round, but walking through it, Jack.
Well, obviously, now we've got it all polished up, we've noticed, obviously, the front bumper is a slightly different shade, isn't it?
I wouldn't worry about that.
It's minor, I know.
I'm telling you now, on this camera, you
We
cannot
do need
A bonnet latch.
a bonnet latch.
No, we don't need that.
Stokesy's used 40 tubes
Oh,
of.
it's looking tight.
tell. Yeah, I wouldn't pull at it, Dave, because it's still going off.
We've got to change this to the steering wheel's got to be changed. We are hoping, like Jack said, to get the main wing backs because this ain't going to be nobody's daily. We have heard that they're really uncomfortable, but for the couple of hours we'll use it whenever we use it, or this, that, and the other, it's worth
What do you
it.
think, Stokes? I know you agree with this.
It's just a lot of money for it, yeah.
We need to sort the door cards out. The rear seats,
They're not bolted down.
these are still cloth. We've got to get. The idea is when we've completed the car and it's all the serious stuff needs to be done. We're going to get the wing backs and then we're going to get the old fabric seats reupholstered to match the wing backs.
And that's only because it allows the rear bench to fold completely flat,
Yeah.
so it's still fully functioning estate. That's what we want.
Yeah.
It's stupid things like this as well, obviously
Yeah.
getting that sorted one way or another, because that takes away from the car.
I think on the R32s, they're crossed back, so we've
I think
got
we mentioned
options.
about doing these in the brushed aluminium.
Yeah. Jack's got a
got a new wing
nice sporty spoiler coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just waiting for delivery on that. The back, we de-badged it because we
Yeah.
meant to put the R32 badge on. Once we've relocated the battery, cleaned the wheel, tidied it all out, this will be a fully functioning.
We've relocated the battery, we just need a battery cable.
Just need,
don't we?
we need the battery cable.
I might not do much to everybody out there, but when I do, it's perfect.
Here we go.
Have a look at
Look at
this.
this now, are we?
Look at this.
Oh, Dave.
Fine workmanship. Look at that. Tell you what,
Have a sit down.
you could possibly think that come OEM from V-Dub.
Yes, Dave, yes.
But we've kept the full functionality of the estate, and that's exactly what we wanted out of it all, wasn't it? Make it inside.
Go on,
It's
what's
what
he gonna
Volkswagen should have done.
I'm gonna go and have some little cash machine. It's gonna go in here lovely, isn't it?
Fold them seats flat.
That's why we're getting them reupholstered, because I'm gonna get the Aussie settling in the front, in the back.
We obviously briefly went through this with you. We've split the bumper into its two halves now. We've held it up just to get a bit of an idea of where we've got to cut it, whatever.
But we have got to extend the
Tailpipes,
exhaust
yeah.
tailpipes first, so we can see where everything's going to sit with the bumper.
Yeah.
Then Stokesy's going to go Jackie Chan, chop, and he's going to perform miracles, ain't you, mate?
Oh, it's Jack who's the
well,
bumper man, so...
yeah, I mean, obviously that's
The
going to
what?
be.
The what, man? The bummer man.
The bumper man, not the bumper
Obviously,
man.
that's going to be the thing that really
dumber
makes
man.
this.
The bummer
an
dumber.
R32.
Dumber bummer.
We could have put the bumper on anyway, couldn't we? On a regular one, it wouldn't
Yeah.
have been that. But that's going to be what really turns it into the proper R32 build.
So, lads, what are you going to say?
Like,
Freeze
follow,
in.
share, and subscribe.
Blowing a gale.
Can we just please get our subscription, subs up to like 100,000 so I can give up?
Dave,
Come on.
Start with 15k, how about that, yeah?
But we really appreciate your comments, so get in the comments. And we, like Dave said, we appreciate the subscribers, so yeah, if you
No,
like
Dave's back, all of his lovers and haters will
yeah,
be back,
get in the
won't
comments about Dave. Dave's back.
I'm back. Slag me off. Praise me. I don't care.
they? We'll see you next week.
See you next week.